Today we continue to listen Mahāsatipaṭṭhāna Sutta. In this Sutta there is a subject of Sampajañña, clear comprehension. Kāyanupassana, Satipaṭṭhāna, Sampajañña Papa. Clear comprehension is the subject of one short section in the great discourse on the foundations of mindfulness. The only discourse in which a full description of Satipaṭṭhāna meditation is found. In this discourse, Buddha expounded the four foundations of mindfulness: Kāyanupassana, Satipaṭṭhāna, contemplation on the body; Vedananupassana, contemplation on the feeling; Caitanupassana, contemplation on consciousness; and Dhammanupassana, contemplation on Dhamma objects. Kāyanupassana Satipaṭṭhāna, Buddha expounded: Ita bhikkhave bhikkhu kāye kāyanupassi viharati attapi sampajjano satima vineya loke beja domanasam. Herein, a bhikkhu dwells contemplating the body in the body, ardent, clearly comprehending and mindful, removing covetousness and grief in the world. It is a very short sentence, but it has many meanings. Kāye kāyanupassi, contemplating the body in the body. That means when a bhikkhu practices mindfulness of the body, he is precise, he contemplates the body, which is anicca dukkha anatta, the body which is impermanent, unsatisfactory and non-self. And he contemplates the body as impermanent, unsatisfactory and non-self. He does not contemplate the person in the body. He does not contemplate nature, permanent in the body. He does not contemplate satisfactory or pleasant in the body. He contemplates the body impermanent, unsatisfactory and non-self. So in order to have a precise objects, Buddha repeated the words body in the body, etc. So the first foundation, contemplation on the body, is divided into 14 sections. beginning with mindfulness of breathing, anapana. This is followed by idiyapada, mindfulness of postures of the body. And the third section describes mindfulness with clear comprehension, sampajañña. The sampajañña section is short. Even though it is short, it is one of the important texts for those who practice vipassana meditation. Punaca param bhikkhave bhikkhu bhikkhante patikkhante sampajannakari hoti. And again, bhikkhus, a bhikkhu in going forward and going back applies clear comprehension. Alokite vilokite sampajannakari hoti. In looking straight ahead and elsewhere, bhikkhu applies clear comprehension. Samajite pasarite sampajannakari hoti. In bending and stretching his limbs, he applies clear comprehension. In bending or stretching his limbs, he applies clear comprehension. Sankati patta jivara dharane sampajannakari hoti. In wearing the 3 robes and in carrying the alms bowl, he applies clear comprehension. Site, pite, kayite, sayite, sampajannakari hoti. In eating, drinking, chewing, and savoring, bhikkhu applies clear comprehension. Ochara pasavakame sampajannakari hoti. In obeying the cause of nature, he applies clear comprehension. Kate, tite, nisene, sote, jagrite, vasite, tonibawe, sampajannakari hoti. In walking, standing, sitting, falling asleep, waking, speaking, and in keeping silent, bhikkhu applies clear comprehension. So another passage describes the bhikkhu as practicing meditation, ardently, clearly comprehending, and mindful. In practice, however, mindfulness comes first before clear comprehension. The Pali word satima, sati meaning mindfulness, and sampajañña, clear comprehension, are often used together. Sato bhikkhu bhikkhu, sampajañño, sato bhikkhu bhikkhu, sampajañño vihariya, etc. But we should understand that between mindfulness and clear comprehension, there must be concentration, because without concentration, there can be no clear comprehension. Mindfulness leads to concentration, and concentration leads to clear comprehension. So, in practice, the sequence is mindfulness, concentration, and clear comprehension. Just what is this clear comprehension that the meditating bhikkhu should apply to all his activities? In brief, it is seeing the true nature of things, seeing all their aspects clearly, completely, and objectively, without emotional reaction. For further understanding, we must turn to the meaning of Sambazinya as explained in the commentaries. According to the commentaries, Sambazinya or clear comprehension means understanding that is correct, thorough, and even. Correct here means precise. When you examine something or try to define something, you focus on that object only, not confusing with other objects. You see it clearly. That is what is meant by precise, correct seeing or understanding one aspect of clear comprehension. For understanding to be precise, it also must be thorough. Yogi must see the objects in its entirety and all its aspects. So thorough understanding is another characteristic of clear comprehension. The third aspect is called even understanding, not allowing attachment or ill will to arise with regard to an object, with regard to a namarupa. If we do not apply mindfulness, once we see an object, either greed, lobha, and attachment will arise, abhijja and domanassa, evil, and anger will arise. Not allowing abhijja and domanassa, greed and evil, to arise in response to an object is even understanding, viewing it evenly. When we have clear comprehension of an object, we see it precisely in all its aspects and without greed or anger. There is clear comprehension, seeing the true nature of namarupa. Though in the discourse, the section on clear comprehension occupies perhaps a third of one page, the commentary on it gives about many pages of detailed explanation. It states that there are 4 kinds of clear comprehension to be applied of an action before it is undertaken. One kind of clear comprehension is clear comprehension of purpose, Sattaka Sambhajanya. The second is Sappaya Sambhajanya, clear comprehension of suitability. The third is Gochara Sambhajanya, clear comprehension of resort. And the fourth is Asamoha Sambhajanya, clear comprehension of non-delusion. Before we can apply them to our actions, we must first understand them. The first one is Sattaka Sambhajanya, clear comprehension of purpose. When we want to do something, it should not be done hastily, just by the force of lobha and dosa, abhijja and domanassa, desire or will or anger. We must first find out if the action is purposeful, but that is not enough. For an evil act can be purposeful, so we also must find out if the action is beneficial. If it is not beneficial, if it is not purposeful, it is of no use and should not be done. Only when its purpose is determined to be beneficial, we should take up the action. That is called clear comprehension of purpose, which means clear comprehension of benefit. The purpose of benefits must be understood as being within the framework of Dhamma and ultimately of a Dhamma nature. Although clear comprehension is explained with reference to the bhikkhu engaged in Satipatthāna meditation, it is not limited to monastic practice. Lay people also should apply it to their activities with the awareness that the purpose is Dhamma growth in accordance with the Dhamma. There are many beneficial actions that can be undertaken for Dhamma growth. Visiting a pagoda, visiting a shrine, paying homage to the Bodhi tree, visiting the order of bhikkhus or elders, going to a place where the dead are cast, or wherever a corpse or skeleton can be observed, all can be of benefit. For example, you can go to a shrine to pay homage. While there, you may experience pity, you may experience joy, from worshipping the statue of the Buddha, or from contemplation on his virtues, then you can practice vipassana meditation on that piti, on that joy, and then you see it to be impermanent, unsatisfactory, and non-self. In this way, through meditation on that piti, on that joy, it is even possible to attain arahantship. So visiting a relics shrine or pagoda is a beneficial action. Visiting a Bodhi tree is also beneficial. Bodhi trees are treated more or less like pagodas in Buddhist countries and are objects of veneration. We revere them as we revere the Buddha, because the Bodhi tree sheltered Buddha during the time of his enlightenment. Going to a Bodhi tree and thinking of the virtues of the Buddha, gaining enlightenment under such a tree can give rise to joy. Contemplating on that piti, joy, and practicing vipassana on that joy, we can gain enlightenment. And visiting a community of bhikkhus is a beneficial action. In the presence of the members of the Sangha, the order of Sangha, we feel devotion and joy, piti. That piti, joy, can become the objects of vipassana meditation. It is also good to visit the elders who can counsel and give us instruction. By following their instruction, we can develop Dharma growth and get attainment. So going to visit bhikkhus and elders is of benefit. And going to a place where the dead are cast and observing a corpse can also be beneficial. By developing the sense of loathsomeness of the body, we can attain jhanas. And by practicing vipassana on the jhana attained, we can get enlightenment. But it is very difficult to see corpses nowadays because they are quickly removed from public view. And during the time of the Buddha, many dead bodies were simply left on the Chana ground, where they could be seen in various stages of decay. Observing them enabled people to see and to contemplate on the repulsive nature of the body. Though less satisfactory, we can study these stages in photographs found in certain medical and criminology books, relating them to our own bodies. We can use them for contemplation. There is a story about the benefits that was gained from going to a place where the dead were discarded. At one time, a young monk went with the novice to get some wood for toothsticks. The novice, the Samanera, who went in front, left the road and came upon a place in the woods. There he saw a corpse. Though only 10 to 15 years old, Samanera made the corpse the objects of meditation on repulsiveness of the body. Then he reached the first jhana. After reaching the first jhana, Samanera practiced vipassana meditation on it, and then gained the first stage of enlightenment, then second stage of enlightenment, and then third stage of enlightenment. Just as Samanera was striving to reach the fourth and final stage, the monk, not see him, call out, "Hey, Samanera, come." The monk called out Samanera. Hearing him, the Samanera, who was conscientious, said to himself, "Ever since my first day as a Samanera, I have never made it necessary for a bhikkhu to call me twice. Now bhikkhu is calling me, so I must go. I will practice to get arahantship tomorrow or another day." Dutifully returning to the bhikkhu, the Samanera said, "Bhante, first go this way and stand facing east at the place where I stood for a while." He wanted the bhikkhu to see the corpse also. Following the instruction of the Samanera, the bhikkhu went to the same place and saw the corpse. That bhikkhu also practiced meditation on it and gained the 3 stages of enlightenment. And so it is said, the same corpse became profitable for 2 people. We encounter daily with many opportunities to engage in beneficial activities After considering and finding an act to be beneficial, we should do it. So we have to go to the next clear comprehension, which is the clear comprehension of suitability, sappaya sambhasanya. Even though an act is beneficial and purposeful, it may not be suitable. If it is not suitable to do it at the particular occasion, time or place, then it should not be done. So after understanding that a certain act is beneficial, we must determine whether or not it is suitable to do it. The commentary says that visiting a shrine could be purposeful, but there are times when it would not be suitable. A big ceremony or a big offering might be taking place with many people from miles around gathered there somewhere, or some beautifying fine clothes and cosmetics. If a meditative monk, meditative bhikkhu should go there, he might see some attractive objects or attractive person and even lose his bhikkhuhood. At the very least, that bhikkhu could lose his concentration altogether at the sight of so many people and so many attractive objects. Or he might see some ugly objects and experience anger or ill will in his mind. So such a time is not suitable time for him to go to the shrine, to go to the pagoda. The same is true for visiting a Bodhi tree. If there are many merrymakers and many attractive or ugly objects, greed or ill will could arise in this mind of a meditating bhikkhu. It might even cause the loss of his bhikkhuhood, his physical life, or his holy life. So such a time is not a good time. It's not a suitable time for him to visit a Bodhi tree. Again, the same holds true for visiting the Sangha, elders and teachers. A communities of Sangha may be approached by many people from surrounding villages and towns. Whenever there are many people, many distractions will arise. Some teachers are very famous and very popular and have a lot of followers. Many people go to listen to him and put questions to them. When a teacher or elder is in such a crowd, it is not suitable time for the meditating bhikkhu to visit them. What about going to a place where a corpse can be viewed, where there are no crowds or merrymakers? Looking at a corpse in order to practice meditation is beneficial, but it is unsuitable and should not be done if the corpse is of the opposite sex. A male corpse is not suitable for a female, and a female corpse is not suitable for a male. So whether the object itself is suitable must also be taken into account. Only when it is suitable, we are to contemplate on it, and only a corpse of one's own sex is suitable. In this way, we must apply the two clear comprehension of purpose and suitability in whatever we want to do, whether meditation or the activities of daily life. They can be used profitably. For example, in setting up a business, first you have to determine whether it will really be beneficial to you. Then you must find a suitable place to start the business, when to start it, with whom to start it, and a host of other suitabilities. But thought given to these two clear comprehension will lead to success and prosperity. So the first two clear comprehension can be applied to both Loki and Lokotara, worldly affairs and meditation. However, in the commentaries, the explanation is with reference to meditating bhikkhu. So the example given pertain only to meditative life. But these clear comprehension should not be seen as meditation. They are only the basic for meditation. In the Visuddhimagga, it is called Pariharika Piñña. They are the basic for samatha and vipassana meditation. The third one is called Gochara Sambhajiñña, clear comprehension of result. It is difficult to understand if we rely only on the English translation of the commentarial set text. Sometimes translation can be so confusing that it is very difficult to guess its meaning. We should always understand with those translators. Because they face a dilemma. If they try to be literal, their translation is often difficult to comprehend. And if for the sake of understanding, they become free in their translation, they are accused of being unfaithful to the original. So there is always this dilemma. In this explanation of the third clear comprehension, maybe the translator wanted to be literal. Father, the going on the arms round of that one who has comprehended purpose and suitability after leaving and taking up just that resort, after taking up among the 38 subjects of meditation, called the subjects of meditation after his own heart, is clear comprehension of result. In the commentary, the text is more concise than its English translation, but it is difficult to understand. It is simply taking the Gochara. When he goes to the Gochara, is the Gochara Sambhajanya. The key to find the meaning of this passage is the Pali words Gochara. Before we can use this key, we must look at its various meanings. The word Gochara originally meant a place where cattle roam, their pasture. Later on, it came to mean any resort or domain so the place where a bhikkhu goes for alms, his roaming place, a village is called his Gochara. And the subjects of a bhikkhu's constant contemplation, his mental domain, meditation, is also called a Gochara. So Gochara can mean a monk's meditation as well as a village where he goes for alms. We also have the phrase Gochara Sambhajanya, meaning clear comprehension of resorts or domain. Now the sentence is clear. Taking the Gochara, when he goes to the Gochara, is the Gochara means taking meditation with him when he goes to the village for alms is clear comprehension of resort. However, this does not mean that clear comprehension of resort is only a monk meditating when he goes to the village for alms. Subsequently, statement make clear that it means the practice of meditation itself. The commentary says repeatedly, Kammatthana Sappana Avijahana Meva Gochara Sambazinyam. That means not forsaking the meditation is clear comprehension of domain. Bhikkhu do not forsake the meditation. His constant contemplation, his mental domain, meditation. So it does not matter where the bhikkhu practice, whether he is going to the village or sitting in a monastery. If he is practicing meditation, he is applying clear comprehension of result. So for Satipatthana, Kaya Nupassana Satipatthana, contemplations of Kaya, contemplations of body, contemplations of feeling, contemplation of consciousness, and contemplation of Dhamma is Gochara. Gochare Bhikkhave Charata Sake Pittike Visaye. So yogi have to roam in domain of four foundations of mindfulness. Four foundations of Satipatthāna, which are the heritage of Buddha. So we have to dwell in the Gochara, we have to dwell contemplating the body in the body, we have to dwell contemplating the feeling in the feeling, we have to dwell contemplating the consciousness in the consciousness, we have to dwell contemplating the Dhamma in the Dhamma. If we roam in that domain of four Satipatthāna, Kaya Nupassana Satipatthāna, Vedana Nupassana Satipatthāna, Citta Nupassana Satipatthāna, and Dhamma Nupassana Satipatthāna, Kilesa or Mara, the evil one, cannot enter to us. So Gochara Sambhajiñña, the bhikkhu's constant contemplation, his mental domain meditation is called Gochara. So we continue. Next time we have to stop our discuss for today. May you practice four foundations of mindfulness, contemplations of Kaya, Vedana, Citta, and Dhamma. May all yogi roam in the domain of four foundations of mindfulness, which are the heritage of Buddha. By practicing vipassana meditation, by practicing four foundations of mindfulness, by noting, rising, falling, sitting, touching, seeing, hearing, smelling continuously and meticulously, May all yogis be liberated from all suffering. May all yogis realize the real peace in the very near future. So we have to practice sitting meditation for a few minutes.